All right, all right, all right. What's up, folks? Let's get into this, man. Let me give my opinion about this clown announcement coming from this quickie mart ass FBI director that Donald Trump is hired within an American Investigation Bureau. And the gimmick that I just see things different from everybody else. And things, are always appearing to be very clear as to what is being conducted here. What is being conducted here is just clear as damn day. There is no, complicated rhyme or reason to any of this shit. And the fact that this dude can pull up this investigation, arrest these NBA players, have all this intel about when people checked out of a game, what kind of bets were wagered, but you can't you don't have the damn Epstein shit. All this shit is a cover to cover Donald Trump's sorry ass because the heat is mounting, pressure is coming from all over the place. Victims are speaking out. Families of those victims of what Donald Trump and his homeboy were doing to underage women and boys. And now here they got every goddamn kind of case and charge they want to pull out their ass. And then they'll also try to put a little bit of more public's attention and fanfare behind it by announcing NBA players, current NBA players, Hall of Fame players who also coach in the league. And they just so happen to be from Portland, this place where all this chaos that Donald Trump drums up, and the need to send the military down there because it's a crazy zone. And, he got to come down there and fix crime and all this other revolution and revolting that's going on, all to cover his own janky, scandalous, corrupt, funky, the rest. But like I say, man, this is nothing but a damn witch hunt, a thing to try to cover his ass, get heat up off of him, and it's all gonna fail. Everything with the FBI is sloppy. You got FBI people hiring in the FBI. They get on these damn microphones, sit in front of these cameras, and act like tough guys, act all angry and shit. When the real case is one that involves fucking Italians. This case involves Italians. Now, Rozier doing that whole ass shit. He pulling himself out of games, doing little whole ass shit like that. He's a fucking idiot and he ought to be kicked out the league. If you that much involved in this gambling ring and listen to a bunch of little goddamn, bookkeeping ass nerds and you altering games like that to line your pockets, homie, then you ought to be out of there, you fucking idiot. But the shit that they want to put Chauncey Billups behind that shit, trying to tarnish his reputation and what he is because he go to the damn poker hall, probably invited by these people connected to mafia organizations that I thought died off. But when it comes to the FBI, and the FBI supposed to be doing their work to rid this nation out of immigrant crime rings, being the Gambinos, the what other crime families they said, whatever them three infamous crime families back during the Gotti era and shit. These people, the ones involved in rigging professional sports and other type of casino style gambling and shit. So y'all been watching these damn Italians over here just racking money. And then you wait to use the faces and the celebrity of some black athletes to push this case off in front of people so that you think it'll gravitate people to want to see in this shit. Man, what's going to happen? No, motherfuckers still want to see that Epstein shit. This shit is viewed as a joke. And the fact that what highlights this whole gambling shit is Italian mafia motherfuckers. The Gambino, the Genovese family, and some other fucking family they name. That they still in this country doing this level of crime because, once again, this is an FBI covering for Italian mob underhanded bullshit. But then they'll sit here and put a focus on Bloods, Crips, MS-13, and any gang that's black or Latino and shit. Why they motherfucking turn a blind eye like they did back in the fucking day of J. Edgar Hoover and allowed the fucking mob to just do all type of criminal shit right in front of them. The fuck out of here, Patel. You take your ass back to India, you fucking idiot. Nobody buying into that shit. Chauncey Billups sent him should go into court and embarrass these goddamn idiots. And then the L-File player, the Trump lover in the building, saying salute, bro. And then Don Royal says fact, says this some bull distraction, says from Epstein's file. That's all that shit is. Straight up Epstein file shit. Cover up. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna just shift nothing away from that shit. They won't swear that one lady out there zone in who was a possible vote to getting those Epstein files released. And then Don Royal says they use the racist East Asian says that they use the racist East Asians against us. Man, they didn't got to just use East Asians. They just use wealthy ass white folks with conservative mindsets to be against us, and to go about this manipulation through other little monetary schemes. Why everybody else can skim money off the top and do all this other shit. Italians, I ain't never seen an Italian specialize in shit in sports. So how the fuck they making money and altering bets in this shit? And the Don Royal says also distract from from people not getting SNAP benefits. Yeah, it's a lot of that shit. But the thing about it, it was a failed attempt. Because ain't nobody gonna give two fucks about that. You got all these old weird ass American news networks, CNN and all of them front page in that shit. And slowly as the day moves forward, they might as well remove that shit. They done been pimped out by Donald Trump, got their motherfucking pants pulled down to their goddamn ankles and bent over and shit, with this old pedophile standing right behind them. And they up here running with this shit like it's motherfucking Halloween candy and shit. Ain't nothing about that shit. Put the faces of those goddamn Italians on the front page of those websites. These motherfucking little crooked ass, bigoted ass chumps, and their little failed ass investigation ain't named not one of them goddamn Italians. You ain't hear not one goddamn Italian name in this shit. And those are the bulk of the motherfuckers. With these, Chauncey Billups ain't bringing the scanners that's supposedly reading these fucking cards. Chauncey Billups ain't dealing none of these cards. Chauncey Billups probably went to a casino or one of these little underground gambling halls that even Trump and them have. A lot of these billionaire motherfuckers do at these private parties, gambling and shit. This shit ain't even about tax evasion. They talking about some other motherfuckers that went to this shit, then sat they stupid ass there gambling away hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and now they come out crying, running the FBI that they've been cheating and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Like Chauncey Billups sent them all to sue the fuck out of these motherfuckers. And then Alexander Wilson says like 4 or 5 years ago, says the mob got busted, says paying cops for information. Says this still doing this, or they still doing this stuff in 2020s. Yeah. The same shit the FBI's always done with fucking illegal immigrants who come from across the Atlantic. If you're a legal immigrant across the Atlantic, these motherfuckers act blind to the little ill shit that you do. That here the mafia is still able to sit in this country and do this type of shit. Now that shit they claim Rozier did, I don't know but looking at videos of Rozier, he looked like a piece of shit on the court doing a bunch of hoe ass shit. You fucking idiot, dude. And then my cousin on the Bill and Salute Deuce Time says facts, really says this shit is a witch hunt. Yeah, a witch hunt. They're gonna use black faces to push this shit off like it's some serious shit. The only serious part to this shit is the mafia. But I ain't seen not one mafia motherfucking picture on none of these goddamn websites. Not ESPN, CNN, the ones I looked at. None of them. But they got Chauncey Billups in there like they done committed some shit. The fuck out of here. Fucking retarded. That's what I be talking about with whitewashing ass networks that want to run narratives and push off stories on shit. Ain't nothing serious about Chauncey Billups and them. If anything, they the victims in this shit. Fucking got the mob. These motherfucking families I thought were fucking taken down by the U.S. government, still out here running the same criminal shit that they were being taken down for. That means the FBI is a full of shit ass fucking bureau. It's a lot of just ineffective shit because you get the wrong people in these motherfuckers. And then Alexander Wilson says one of the indictments said the gamblers lost $7 million to the scheme. Yeah, it's on the stupid ass gamblers. You're gonna sit in there and still lose all your goddamn money. So that means does Chauncey Billups? And so if another NBA player is sitting down here at the MGM and shit, and they find out the MGM and running some old bullshit, got these program ass slot machines and ripping gamblers off, and MGM get busted. So do the damn NBA players get busted? Because somebody walked by and seen a famous person there, want to sit around the table because these motherfuckers idolize and worship motherfuckers. Like this damn FBI is garbage. And this almost gives kind of a mirror image of what the FBI probably looked like under J. Edgar Hoover. And as Trump and them continue to run their schemes of deflection, and they're failing at every step of the goddamn way. Constant failures in their efforts to draw heat away from them. And it ain't working. It ain't working. And Patel and them fail. And this shit's going to backfire. This is already starting to backfire. And give it a day with these stupid ass, whitewashed ass networks who got to run the stories that Trump tell them because they're in need of money that Trump is holding away from them. They're going to realize they're going to have to come up with a new scheme. They will have a new scheme. It's all type of shit going on that they ignore. They ignore the shit of the white dude being caught down at the Atlanta airport and the attempt to fucking set off a mass shooting. You didn't hear nothing from the FBI, Patel hoe ass about the crackdown on him. You didn't hear nothing about Donald Trump hoe ass that spoke on that shit. You had the black mayor of Atlanta, and as well as the 2 law enforcement agencies that end up tracking this guy down and stopping him from taking multiple lives inside the Atlanta airport. You don't hear them speaking of nothing about the other shit about how everything falling apart in aviation. Damn airplane windshield get cracked 35,000 feet up in the air from some damn private company launching weather balloons up in the goddamn air. Now imagine if that thing, because that shit could hit any dangerous part of that damn airplane. Hell, it could have got pulled in one of them fucking engines. And then now you got a damn airplane falling out the fucking sky because some old fucking clown ass fucking private agency sitting up here doing their own regular ass shit and not playing it right in the route of fucking airlines. They lucky that shit only hit the windshield of that damn airplane and wasn't shifted off slightly to the side somewhere and had got pulled into one of them damn engines that high up in the sky. That'd have been tragic as fuck. This is how idiotic and failed this country is going. You ain't hear nothing about the other day, the damn pilot and them get scared. They had to do emergency landing. The communication systems go out in the airplane, and then the flight attendants knocking on the door because they worried because they can't reach the pilots over the phone system, and they banging on the door. And the pilots were like, wait, what the fuck going on, man? I know ain't no 9/11 shit popping. They immediately swing the airplane around and land that shit. Like, man, get the popos in here. Find out it's the flight attendants trying to get a hold to them and shit. Everything falling apart. You got air traffic controllers that ain't going to work. They're like, we about to go work. These fools ain't gonna pay us. Fuck this shit. Alexander Wilson says Reg on the indictment says they had a lot of Asian names listed as being charged. Yeah, and it's the crazy shit with a lot of the Asian criminal rings going on in this motherfucker. Every time you look up, and it's odd that the media ain't showing that shit. It's very odd that Trump done commuted assistance of some Chinese damn dude, some Chinese executive from some company who got charged with some shit, then let his ass scot-free out of damn prison. But the fact every time you look up, when you're hearing about the big drug ring bust, there's Chinese all in this motherfucker being busted for drugs. This whole ass president targeting fucking Honduras and now I hear Colombia, but he ain't doing shit to motherfucking China, who's supposed to be the ones manufacturing that shit because he's a hoe. And he know that little blowing up boat shit is some hoe shit. And he being questioned on that. You don't even know if these fools even carrying motherfucking drugs and shit. You ain't went down there and recovered shit. They just blowing little boats up. Now let a bigger nation get involved in this shit. This boy leading us right down the hole of global conflict because he think he gonna stay. He really want to ignite some shit because he think he gonna be able to sit in that damn presidential seat. Telling you, man, this fool's like South Park character. He gonna get his ass handed to him. And I'm being this motherfucker laughing like a motherfucker, pissing people off because that's exactly what's gonna happen. Mark my motherfucking words when they knock his whole ass head off. And then you get that old Punjabi ass motherfucking Bollywood acting motherfucker in the FBI pulling off these whack ass investigations and then coming to the mic acting like they tough guys, bunch of bitch made motherfuckers. FBI, a bunch of clowns. Every damn agency, the ICE agency, look like a bunch of clowns rounding up motherfuckers. These fools is clowns. Like everything about this motherfucker and turn this country into just a shadow of what it's supposed to be. But that's on the voters. It's on every regular ass citizen who supported this dummy. Some of you niggas in here, fucking idiots. The niggas just it's just a nation of dumb shit. And this is why you get this. But these players in here going around being invited, because even when you look up, I haven't seen that damn Aiden Ross kid and them do gambling shit. You see these regular ass motherfuckers. Are they ripping people off? Do people know what's tied to that? Them in there betting, losing their money. That cryptocurrency shit is no different than any of that shit. Like these fools is clowns, man, trying to blackface, trying to use blackface as a depiction of crime. And you go after people in the world of sports to try to act like you taking them down when this shit has nothing but Italians written all over that shit. Italian crime families that should have been eradicated from this goddamn country during the goddamn 80s. And these are the ones bringing all these drugs in here, is all these fucking foreigners. Those are the ones who were just transporting drugs into this motherfucking country in the 70s and 80s, were these Italians and everybody else who has lineage across the Atlantic. Even I put up the video the other day. I was looking at an old video from back in the 80s in Harlem. No, or was it in the 70s? It was 75. That's what it was, because it would have been crack if it was in the 80s. This is dealing with heroin. And it was a Geraldo interview I put in that community post on the page. And it was very interesting, like in looking at it and just assessing everything as you look back in time and what they were speaking of. So it wasn't just the thing about this thing being condemning the people who are smoking this shit. It's looking at where is this shit coming from, and the fact that they have all this intel which gives them the knowledge of where this shit is being manufactured and then how it's being brought. The heroin was coming in from Turkey. Let's pull that shit up on the map, because I'm a geography type motherfucker. And so let me get the map pulled up on this mug. And this is going back in the 80s and how they flooded Harlem. And it was crazy that Harlem is right there with Manhattan. And the way the distribution chains work on this shit. That all of a sudden, let's go. Because Harlem on the other side of Central Park. And where you have a bulk of America's wealth over here in Manhattan and shit, that mysteriously these drugs ain't being funneled into that shit. It's to ruin what was kind of a revolutionary, a city with a revolutionary cultural revolution amongst America's blacks, and that being in Harlem. And as they go in there to destroy everything that Harlem had made significant to this thing called American culture. So this is Harlem here. Harlem is right here. You got Billionaires Row all around here. Here's Harlem, where they just was destroying this shit, bringing narcotics in from way over in Turkey. So let's go into Turkey. And every time you look up this distribution of these drugs that come in from other nations, Turkey is right here, right on the other side of Syria, way across the Middle East. So these fools in here growing this motherfucking this heroin shit, and so the distribution has to come from all across here, which leads me to believe that it's definitely probably Italians bringing that shit in, being there's a New York connections. So this shit gets grown in fields out here, manufactured, processed, whatever. These guys come pick it up, and then they make their route right over into goddamn New York, where they're heavily populated into the city, and then they'll flood into the black cities over there. And that was crazy thing looking at that Geraldo piece from back in the 1970s. It's always a thing of, this country allowing foreigners to, manufacture, develop, and bring their shit over here and destroying communities. Now they give out, because now you're looking at the effects of this new wave of drug shit, and this China targets, white Americans and shit. Now all of a sudden white Americans getting Narcan and all that other shit. And the damn clown ass president who probably knows that his youngest son gonna end up being a fentanyl user as well. And that's what's gonna end up happening. Same thing with Reagan. Reagan's daughter was a crackhead, and Trump's youngest son gonna end up being a fentanyl user. Sylvester says, "What up, fam? Salute, bro. Salute." And so that's the thing of why they think they blowing them boats up, because them boats heading over to go see little Trump. Where that little boy named the Larry Bird looking ass kid Trump got with that drag queen Melania. But that's all I got, folks. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. I don't think nothing of that goddamn gambling shit. It's a bullshit. If people don't see through it, that shit is to move away from them having to put all them white faces on screen of who's involved in the actual indictment. They protected the names of the Italian mafia motherfuckers. They didn't show no pictures of these motherfuckers, but they want to highlight NBA players and talking about a nigga checking out the game and then going and count his money. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, retarded ass goddamn administration. Keep telling y'all about this Trump shit. The boy a hoe, and he guilty as fucking sin, fucking with them underage kids and shit, along with a host of other high up financial ass people in this country, politically connected ass clowns. But that's all I got. Catch you on the next one. And Patel, they on your ass, you fucking let me not say no foul shit about that punk. But you know what it is. He a bitch too. Peace.